Anambra election. 2 Deputy Inspector Generals, 5 AIGs, 14 police commissioners deployed over security threats. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. The IGP noted that Deputy Inspector General of Police Joseph Ebunike has been deployed to Anambra State as the coordinator of the security component for the elections. Now the news in detail. The Inspector General of Police Usman Al-Khali Baba has ordered a major overhauling of the security landscape in Anambra State ahead of the gubernatorial elections scheduled for next week Saturday. This was disclosed in a statement signed by the first spokesperson Frank Mba. According to the statement, the overhauling includes the deployment of selected seasoned strategic commanders from the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police and above to Anambra State for effective supervision of security personnel and operations in the elections. The IGP noted that Deputy Inspector General of Police Joseph Ebunike has been deployed to Anambra State as the coordinator of a security component for the elections. DIG Ebunike is saddled with the responsibility of overseeing the implementation of the operation order evolved from this election security threat assessment. To ensure a peaceful environment devoid of violence and conducive enough to guarantee that law-abiding citizens freely perform their civic responsibilities without molestation or intimidation. DIG Ebunike will be assisted by the DIG in charge of operations, Acting DIG Zaki Ahmad. Other strategic commanders deployed to Anambra State include 5 Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIGs 14, Commissioners of Police CP 31, Deputy Commissioners of Police DCP, and 48 Assistant Commissioners of Police ACPs. The senior officers are to coordinate human and other operational deployment in the 3 senatorial districts, 21 local government areas, and 5,720 polling units in Anambra State. The IGP reassures the nation that the force is adequately prepared for the gubernatorial elections in Anambra State come November 6, 2021. He reiterates that the force will do everything within its powers to work with the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and all stakeholders to protect democratic values, provide level playing field for all political actors, ensure adequate protection of voters, INEC personnel and equipment, accredited observers, and other key players in Anambra State. The IGP calls on citizens in Anambra State to come out en masse and exercise their franchise as adequate security has been in place to protect them before, during, and after the elections. The development comes as the indigenous people of Biafra Ipob issued threats that the November 6 governorship election in Anambra State would not hold if its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, was not released before then. Ipob said the election would not hold if its Kanu was not released unconditionally by November 4th. Kanu has been detained by the Department of State Services DSS after he was redirected from Kenya to Nigeria by the Muhammad Buhari-led government. The group had also said that there will be a 7-day lockdown of the Southeast Zone called sit-at-home protests. It has also warned residents of the zone against flaunting the impeding sit-at-home directive. All this plenty grammar and plenty drama that is being showed, it is not necessary. Sincerely, it is just like you are supposed to stretch out your hand and receive something, and you are taking off all your clothes just to stretch out your hands and receive something. These particular people, why wouldn't government call for dialogue? There is still time. There is still time. There is still time. Why won't the governor call for... Why would the President Buhari's administration call for dialogue? And at the end of the day, you see that things go, you don't even need to deploy the whole troops of army and the whole security operatives in Nigeria to Anambra State just because you want the election to hold. Now, this is the democratic system of government. Only if it is not, then you can say, okay, fine, this particular thing is okay. But because it is a democratic system of government, people have the right to say things, to air their opinions, to exercise their fundamental human rights. Of course, the election remains the citizens' right. It remains civic rights and obligations to come out to vote. But I tell you, will you come out to vote in an atmosphere that is already steaming hot? It is looking like the atmosphere for boiling oil, and you want to go to such environment and cast your vote. People would rather stay indoors. They're not even going to stay indoors because they want to obey. They want to stay indoors for fear of their lives. Now, this is a democratic system of government, I will continue saying. When there's chaos in a place, what do? You do not go ahead and do anything you like in that environment. Instead, you go with that place has chaos. You're going to try and settle whatever it is causing that unrest or chaos in that environment, and make sure that this particular environment is actually free. It's free from any chaos before you do anything. It is only right, and it will save everyone. If you save us from loss of resources, save us from loss of, a whole lot will be saved. But when this particular issue is lingering, I do not understand why the government has refused to employ the use of dialogue. I don't know why, this particular issue keeps taking long. I mean, these people, all they have ever wanted or this particular person in question, his only crime was that he exercised his civil rights. He's a Nigerian, and as such, he has the right to air his opinion. He has the right to, peaceful gathering and all of above. But why do you not give this person now? Why do you just allow him be? His only offense is that, and according to the democratic system of government, that is not even an offense. He should be left alone, and dialogue should be employed. I repeat, there is still time. There is still time for this government to call on dialogue, for this government to stop the blood that is flowing in the southeast region. There is still time for this government to call for dialogue, to give these people what they want, which is equity, fairness, justice, supremacy or rule of law, and an amended or restructured constitution. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.